Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor here with my dad. As you come in, be sure to say hi to Dad and thank him for recording me tonight. You guys know I appreciate my family coming down here and helping me, and I think it really gives you guys kind of the visual as to what we're doing, kind of step by step, and he's able to kind of manipulate the camera really nicely so that we can get close-ups. So tonight, as you can tell with the title of this video, we're going to keep it kind of classy and classic through the use of red berries. So this wreath is really going to make a bright and bold pop. Yesterday's wreath behind me, I tried to take some pictures against my black backdrop. We ended up going with just a white backdrop, but that wreath, in my opinion, turned out so beautiful and so simple. I love designs not having too much stuff. You know what I mean, Dad?
Yep.
Just working in the same few products over and over again. So we're going to be using these. And we used these yesterday, but the color combo today is going to be this beautiful white with this beautiful red berry. And these red berries also have lots of little glitter on them as well, and little bits of snow. So it's going to be kind of a snowy wonderland winter wreath. It's not necessarily Christmas because we're not adding anything too Christmassy. I think berries are definitely just very seasonal. We can pull off the pine cones now. We can work those in after. But see what I'm doing with these picks, you guys? I'm just literally destroying them into a bunch of pieces. So we're going to need about 3 or 4 of those. We'll start with 3. Work those in, and then if we need more, we can come back in with more. But we're not going to be adding anything else other than these red berries and this beautiful white kind of flocked cypress.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But I think this design is pretty self-explanatory. There are a few things that I would recommend for a design like this that I would kind of keep in mind. And one of them is to make sure you're working everything in the same direction. I can't really stress that enough. I'm a firm believer in that. I think it really takes your designs to the next level, having everything worked in the same motion. Pull off our final 2 white sprays. But what did you guys do today? Today was really warm, actually. It was almost 70 degrees out today, Dad. I was kind of surprised going outside, feeling how warm it really was. But we're just going to take some of these. We don't need the full length of the stems, you guys. So I'm going to cut off some of them that are really, really long. That way we don't have to have any sticks sticking out the back. So just cutting them off. And that was 2 of them, I believe. So we're going to work in these 2, and then we'll work in a couple more if need be. But aren't those pretty, those white flocked sprays?
Where'd you get those, Nick?
These came from Hobby Lobby. And they're one of my favorites this year. And I know I say that about everything, so don't even listen to me at this point, because everything seems to be my favorite. So just cutting them off, trimming them up a little bit. But at this point in time as well, you guys, if you don't mind giving this video a like, as well as a share, I would greatly appreciate it. As always, it helps us grow and helps us inspire more and more people, which is definitely something that we love to do. We love when other designers kind of come out of the woodwork and start designing wreaths, because as always, Dad, once you start, what happens?
You don't stop.
You don't stop. So we'll just work in some of these. And I'm going to work them. Let's do it this way. So either clockwise or counterclockwise. Doesn't make a difference as long as you're consistent throughout.
The picks come from Hobby Lobby. Nick, what size is the grapevine? Is that an 18-inch grapevine?
You could do this to an oval. You can be doing this to a 14-inch, a 16-inch. I don't think I've ever worked with the 16-inch. I don't even know if that's a size that you can get, but I know that they have 24-inch and then I think 36 or 48-inch. They have big grapevines out there too. Which, hands up if you guys want to see us design a massive wreath one day. We were talking about that the other day, weren't we, Dad?
Yep.
For our living room, we actually have a wall. This is the room with the 12-foot Christmas tree that we do, so it's kind of like the most Christmassy our house gets in that room. So we have one wall with a beautiful kind of nautical picture that's really, really big, and then the other side of that wall has nothing. So what I was thinking, and let me know what you guys think, hear me out, what do you guys think of doing a massive wreath and then doing a couple smaller wreaths? And the style we'd probably do is something, simple like this with probably no ribbon or anything too fancy. But doing kind of like maybe a 30-inch or 36-inch with an 18-inch and then maybe a 14-inch. I think that would kind of be cool. What do you think, Dad?
It's going to be big.
It'll be big. But you know what I mean? Have them kind of staged on the wall. I think that would be fun. Maybe that's something we'll do this year. But, you guys will let us know if that's something you would like to see, and we definitely could do it.
Hi, Diana. My name is Steve.
Yep, Steve, the dad. All right, so we didn't make it all the way, so we're going to break down another one of these sprays. So just pulling them apart. You could also cut them off, but I sometimes find it easier just to pull right out. So snipping them off. And we'll work in these.
Mary Phillips said, "Where's the picture of the giant elf?"
The giant elf.
The elf wreath may be made. Is that
The
what
picture? Oh, well, the elf wreath pictures, it's been posted. We'll probably repost that again at some point this year. It's one of my favorites. But I'm talking even bigger than that one, you guys. That one fit in a 36 by 36 by 12-inch box, Dad, I'd say?
Yeah,
I forget.
that's what it was. 36 by 36 by 12.
36 by 36 by 12. Okay, so just going to trim that up. We don't need the full length of that. Now we can work in our third spray. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come back in with the berries. And if we need more greenery, and this is something I'd consider to be a greenery, we can add it in afterwards. But I don't want to work in too much. That way we can kind of, conserve our money a little bit so we don't have to overdo it. And that's another tip too, you guys, is if, you have 4 or 5 sprays of something that you're planning on working in, start with 1 or 2 of them. Don't break down the entire bush, and it's always a good idea to have a little bit of a reserve. So, does that make sense, Dad? Always leave a few extra pieces in case you have a few nooks and crannies that are showing too much grapevine or it's not proportionate. Always save yourself a couple extras. That way you're not, out with nothing.
Yeah. Well, like you always go back and fix the wreath at the end after.
Adjust a little bit.
Just a little bit. Add this,
things,
take this away, whatever.
Sometimes things need to be added. So when you save a few extra stems, instead of adding them in right from the get-go, you'll be able to use those pieces for kind of, leftovers in case you need them. So see how we work those in all in the same direction, you guys? I think that's looking pretty, if you ask me. Now what we can do is work in a few more, and I see we're almost at 850 people. If you guys don't mind giving this video a like and a share, let's see if we can reach 1,000 tonight. That would be incredible. Last night, Dad, was the first night we didn't wear my glasses in a while. I feel like I've worn those for such a long time now.
Juanita wants to know if you've ever made a crescent moon-shaped wreath.
We have. We've done those on Home Talk. We did one with pine cones. We did one with spring tulips. And I think that was it for crescent wreaths. But, that could easily transition into monogram wreaths. So instead of making a C for a crescent, you could obviously be shaping that to an A or a Z or whatever letter you need for your first name, last name, gift, whatever you would like to do. So just taking these berries, each one of these berries comes with 3 pieces for $4.99. And we're just cutting each stem into thirds. And spacing them out.
And those are from Hobby Lobby too, Nick?
These are from Hobby Lobby as well. And Hobby Lobby's 50 off Christmas, as I'm sure you guys know by now. So just taking them in. See how pretty that red and white looks? Doesn't look too Christmassy to me. No big bows, no presents or signs or anything. And I really enjoy making wreaths without signs. And let me know how you guys feel about that. I love working with signs. Obviously, we use them frequently, but I think it's always nice coming back in with just a very basic berry wreath or foliage wreath or anything like that, because they really stand the test of time. You can place them virtually anywhere without making them, stand out too much. Oh, lost a berry. Poke that right back in. And cut off another spray.
The glue plot is just a mini electric skillet.
It is. So we posted a link about that the other day, you guys. So with these videos, I kind of hate being super duper repetitive, but I know everybody doesn't see every post and stuff like that. So if I can direct you to kind of a direct source, we did make a post about the glue skillet the other day, and we sold over, I think it was like 350
Wow.
glue skillets. I was looking last night, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys really wanted the glue skillets. I felt bad for not posting the link early enough. But, lots of you guys have been posting pictures that your glue skillets have arrived, and you're very excited. And like I say, once you go with the glue skillet, you're not going back to a glue gun. I haven't used a glue gun in a very long time.
So if anybody wants to get the glue skillet, what do they do, Nick? You have it posted already?
I haven't updated the website with it. We do have a website link with Nick's recommended supplies and tools, but we did update it on the Facebook page. Our Facebook page, if you just click Nick's Seasonal Decor, we did make a post about it. And the link for the glue and the glue sticks are in the comment section. That's a little short. Let's see if we can just kind of cram this piece in. What do you guys think so far? Isn't this turning out really nice? And also at this point in time, what I want from you is to comment down below the link to your page. So I ask this every night, but we always have different viewers. There's always people, tuning in and, making their debut appearance. So it would be nice for everybody to kind of check out your pages. We would love to kind of see all of your talent as well. So any crafting page, comment down below the link. And also, since we just mentioned new people, we've been getting a lot of new viewers lately. So if you're new or if you're a ghost viewer that doesn't like to comment a lot, we always appreciate when you drop a comment every now and then. You know, it lets us know that you guys enjoy it, and it just kind of motivates us and pushes us to do lots and lots of these videos for you all. So let's just work in a little bit more. I see we're almost at 1,000 viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in. But I think this is looking really pretty. What do you think, Dad?
I love it. The white and red look nice together.
White and red always look nice together. Always. All right, so now what we got to do is we got to come back in with our kind of finishing touches to cover up all of our not all of it, I take that back. Cover up more of our grapevine because I don't want this much showing through. So we're just going to take a couple more pieces of the white branches, potentially a few more berries. But this is how it's looking so far, you guys. Isn't that pretty? Give a heart if you like this.
It's very pretty.
Lots of people posting their links. Awesome. Karen loves this. I do too. I think this is really pretty. This is definitely my color scheme. This and the one we made last night. Those are my favorite colors for Christmas. So let's just work in another spray of this white flocked spray, and then we can come back in with our pine cones. If you guys would like to see them. So show of hands if you guys want us to add these pine cones or if you think we don't need them. I like tucking them in because we already have a brown base. So since we already have a natural grapevine base, I think tucking in the natural brown colored pine cones just really look nice against everything. All right, so let's work on our final spray. So
Tiffany says she's a newbie and she likes the simplicity.
Thank you, Tiffany. So what'd you guys do today? Let us know. Let us know what you ate today, too. Me and my younger sister Bella just had some, what would you call it, Dad? Chicken. It wasn't Alfredo. Alfredo makes me poop, if we're going to be honest, guys. Alfredo, anything with cream or heavy milk just makes me poop. So I hate to say that, but it's true. So this one was just kind of a dry pasta, I guess.
Yeah, it was I don't know what kind of sauce it was. Bella showed it to me. I don't know what it was.
It was good. I liked it. But just taking a few more of these, you guys. We're keeping it simple tonight. I really wanted to make a red version of this, and I have all of these picks on hand. So I figured tonight would be the night that we'd kind of create another simple, beautiful wreath as well.
The white picks are from Hobby Lobby. Actually, all of them are from Hobby Lobby tonight.
Yep. The grapevine could have came from Michael's, but you guys can be picking up your Hobby Lobby grapevines as well. Just make sure you use your 40 off.
Tina says yes to the pine cones.
Tina says yes? Well, if Tina says yes, then we got to do it, right, Dad?
I say yes to the pine cones, too.
You do? I like the pine cones. So let's just work in one more piece there. Again, making sure everything's going in the same direction. I find that to be very important. And here's what it looks like kind of finished with our white and the red. So, of course, when I stand back, you guys, and this is another little tip I want to give you. Whenever you're done with your wreath, you're not actually done. You always want to stand back and look at it and make sure it's up to your standards. Walk away, make sure there's no gaps or pieces that are missing, and then take your final pictures. So I'll definitely be checking to see if we're missing anything. But tonight, too, you guys, we're carving some pumpkins. Me and two of my friends, you guys know Skylar by now, we're going to be carving some pumpkins. So let us know what you guys think we should carve into them. I'm not 100% sure what I want to make. What do you think, Dad? Should we make... I think Skylar's making a cat. I was thinking of just doing a funny face. The face you like. Maybe I'll do the face you like. The big wow face.
There's 4 kids in my family. I have 2 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, all the power to you, Dad. I don't know how you did it. Whew, 4 kids, you guys. 4 kids, single dad. Raised all of us by himself. Hands up for my dad for doing such a great job. I mean, you know, he messed up a little bit along the way. We're all not perfect, but I think he did a pretty good job. So just taking these pine cones, dispersing them throughout. I think we have several left. Yeah, we have more left if we want to add them. And I think the pine cones, like I said, just tie in the grapevine really nicely.
And Piper said she had burgers on the grill. I love grilled burgers.
You know, I went to my friend's house last year, and they were grilling in the middle of winter, and I feel like that's something we've never done, but a grill doesn't not work during the winter time, right?
Yeah, you could use it all year long, yeah.
I feel like we only use our grill during the summer. We got to break that out. I miss having grilled food. Nothing's like having the charcoal grill. All right. So, again, keep the shares coming, you guys. We're almost at 1,000.
And thank you so much for the stars, everyone. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the stars. I haven't seen them coming in yet, but thank you, guys. We appreciate it. So I have 3 pine cones left, and I'm going to work them in, because if I don't, I will probably just toss them instead of saving these picks. But we use a lot of pine cones at Christmas time. And let us know what you guys think about that. Should we be doing lots of fresh Christmas videos this year as well? That's how I really started out, was making fresh Christmas wreaths and centerpieces and all those kind of good things. and then we've gravitated towards artificial, but still in my heart, making fresh designs. Nothing can compete.
Jeffrey says, make the wow face. And thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer says we have a wonderful family.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, we love the wow face here. Jeff, I think this was before your time, but I used to say that all the time. Remember, Dad?
Yep.
So let's see some of those wow faces, you guys. That's pretty.
That is very pretty.
Isn't that pretty, you guys? I don't think we need another thing on this until I hang it up and check. So give a heart if this is something you would like for your home. I know it's certainly something I would love. I like simplicity like this. You know, of course we can make, you know, super grand, extravagant wreaths and load them up with picks and elves and decorations and whatnot. But, you know, wreaths like this hold a dear place in my heart because I think they're just so universal and they work well, you know, anywhere. Especially if you have like a shed. I think this is the perfect wreath for a shed. Having those bright red berries with a little bit of snow on them. So I think that turned out really nice. So what we're going to do now is, let's make a quick bow. I always like to do that with you guys. So let me grab some ribbon. And then I'll let you guys go. I don't want to keep you too long. I just love velvet.
Diane's from Prince Edward Island says she loves your wreaths.
Thank you, Diane. I'm a silent watcher from Ontario, Canada, and loving this wreath. Well, thank you, Lori, for dropping me a comment. Like I said, I greatly appreciate it. I know for lots of my videos, too, that I watch, I'm not a huge commenter myself. But every now and then, when you drop a comment, letting us know who you are and that you enjoy these videos, it's just such a nice thing to do. I really appreciate it. So here we have our velvet, and whoever purchases this wreath will also get this bow. The last wreath sold within 6 minutes, so this one I'm figuring we'll do too, because I absolutely love the red, and I think it's beautiful. So it'll be listed in my Etsy shop, but we're just going to create a quick bow. I always like to do that with you guys. We're just taking our ribbon, pinching it backwards so that the back side or the non-velvet side is facing up. And then what we can do is just gather those loops again. So we're going to repeat that process over and over again. And also heads up too, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be live on Bodabra, creating lots of bows on Bodabra. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is pretty much directly after Bodabra tomorrow, we are going to be live in Nick's exclusive Wreath community. So I see lots of members in the comments. Tomorrow night, look what we're going to be designing, you guys. I mean, I just threw this stuff together. We have an awesome sleigh. We have some presents. I have some more picks. Obviously, we haven't added any picks yet. We have our elf. And look at this tree I found. Look at the little beads on it. Can you see that, Dad?
Yep.
How cool is that tree? So we're going to make that work in a beautiful sleigh tomorrow. So 8 p.m. Eastern in the group. And then we will be live after that here. So I have three lives tomorrow back to back, you guys.
Kay said, what are the white picks? What are they called, Nick?
They look like a kind of cypress to me. It could even be like an arborvitae. Obviously, they're artificial, so I'm not 100% sure. But they're just flocked. They kind of have that airiness that a cedar or arborvitae would.
Susan says, is the ribbon wired?
This is wired, and it's such a treat, you guys, because another month from now, I won't be seeing any wired velvet. But you know, if you can make a non-wired velvet bow, you guys can be making any bows. And I think this is what really probably took my bows to the next level. You know, we teach lots and lots of bow tutorials, and I think the reason I've mastered it so well is through the use of non-wired velvet. So, I mean, I can't think of a better way to learn than, you know, a super challenging way, because once you master that, everything else is just super easy. So, let us know, too, you guys, if you want to see lots of non-wired velvet bows. We do lots and lots of them at Christmas, and we'd be more than happy to show you guys how to make them.
Everybody wants to know where they can buy your wreaths, Nick.
You guys can buy them in my Etsy shop, Nick's Seasonal Decor on Etsy. They do sell rather fast, so if there is something you're interested in, I do recommend snagging it before it goes. This year, we've been talking about it for months on end, and I don't think I've said it in a while, but all of our designs pretty much are going to be kind of one-of-a-kind type designs. There are a few exceptions, and maybe we'll make these exceptions too, because you guys seem to really like them. But other than that, 99% of our wreaths this year are all one-of-a-kind, because I want to create as many different styles to kind of test my own capabilities, and you know, have you guys kind of see all of these different style wreaths and as many tutorials as possible this year. That's kind of my goal. So here we have our velvet bow. What do you guys think of that? Simple, right? What'd that take? 2 minutes? 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably a little bit longer. I'm getting slow at this stuff, you guys. I'm taking my time now. So here we have a beautiful red velvet bow. I don't want to add a bow to this. I did see a few comments yesterday saying beautiful, but add a bow. That's totally your call. I know not everybody loves bows. I fully understand that. And I can kind of agree with that in certain situations too. I don't think bows and ribbons are necessary in every design. And we don't use them as much as we probably could be using them. So in this case, I wouldn't add a bow. I would just keep it natural berries and greenery. But yeah, here's how it turned out. So again, if you don't mind giving this video a like and a share, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as checking out my other social media. We are really close to 20,000 Instagram followers and 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. We have every platform, but those are the ones that I'm really trying to grow. So we would appreciate your support on those pages as well. We post constantly. And yeah, I love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night between 7:30 and 9. Tonight was a little bit earlier because we are going to go carve pumpkins. So I'll post a picture of that so you guys can see how they turned out. And I'll post a picture of this design tonight as well. So again, thank you for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye, you guys.
Bye, everyone.